Hello everyone, my name is Dong Shuting. I'm a graduate student of Beijing Wuzhi University, and they are my partners. Today, I'll bring my paper to discuss with you the impact of the Belt and Road logistics performance on China's agricultural exports to countries along the route. In this article, what I want to show is how to effectively improve logistics performance in order to make the most of it. So, I use the extended gravity model to research on the status of China's agricultural exports to 57 countries along the Belt and Road. What I found is that logistics performance plays a positive role in it, and tracking and tracing plays the most significant role in 6 sub-indices. Countries with different ability of tracking and tracing should adopt different logistics development plans. The value of this article is putting forward the direction of improving the logistics performance so as to better promote the development of agricultural trade. This paper contains 4 parts. They are introduction, the status of agricultural product trade and logistics performance of the Belt and Road, the impact of logistics performance on China's agricultural export trade, and conclusion and suggestions. Let me first introduce the introduction part. The Central Committee's number 1 document has repeatedly pointed out that it's necessary to deepen agricultural trade relations with countries along the Belt and Road and strengthen agricultural cooperation with countries and regions along the route. When scholars study logistics performance and trade, they found that logistics performance will significantly affect trade. The research on trade and logistics of the Belt and Road mostly focuses on foreign trade and intermediate product trade, while research on agricultural product trade is less. Research on agricultural product trade focuses on the impact on current trade status, trade characteristics, and trade potential. There are few studies on logistics performance and agricultural product trade alone. Therefore, this article can also be used as a supplement to this research. The second part is the status of agricultural product trade and logistics performance of the Belt and Road. Let's see the figure 1 to find the changes in the scales of China's agricultural trade with countries along the route from 1995 to 2019. We will find that the China's total trade on the countries along the route shows upward trend. The proportion of exports fluctuates more than the proportion of imports fluctuates, and the proportion of total trade from 1995 to 2019, there is an overall upward trend, accounting for nearly 30% in 2019. The overall situation of logistics performance of the Belt and Road, as you can see in the Table 1. Logistics Performance Index contains LPI and its 6 sub-indices, including custom, infrastructure, international shipments, logistics quality and competence, timeliness, tracking and tracing. In this table, we find that differences in the logistics performance LPI of the countries along the Belt and Road are developing in a fluctuating manner, and the customs, the international shipments, and the logistics quality and competence all show fluctuations similar to the trend of logistics performance LPI, shows that the logistics development of various countries is not balanced. It will cause inconvenience when trading with these countries. Then, how to improve the logistics performance to expand trade. We construct an extended gravity model in this article that includes logistics performance to study, and this is part 3, empirical research. In this part, I will use some variables to assist in the research, including EXP from UN countries. It means China's agricultural exports to countries along the route, LPI and its 6 sub-indices. GDP, POP are from the World Bank. BIS means distance between national capitals. BOR and LNG are dummy variables, mean whether they have the common border and languages. And these 3 variables are from CPII. Table 3 shows us 3 methods to regress, and we should choose one. Through the least squares virtual regression, I find that the coefficients of most of the dummy variables are significant. It can be considered that the individual characteristics are existing, and the mixed regression will no longer be applicable. Through Hausmann's test, the method of fixed effects regression needs to be selected, and I find the LPI is significant in regression. Then I'll replace LPI with its 6 sub-indices for regression to find which one needs to pay more attention. The results are shown in Table 4, and we find the international shipments, infrastructure, and tracking and tracing are significant and have positive effects. The coefficient of these 3 indicators, the largest is tracking and tracing. The coefficient is 0.69. It suggests that countries along the route can give priority to tracking and tracing if they want to improve the logistics performance effectively to promote the agricultural trade. For further research, I divide the Belt and Road trades into 2 categories based on the average of tracking and tracing. Category A contains countries with the strong ability of tracking and tracing. The remaining countries are classified as Category B. After testing, in the regression of the Category A, using the mixed effect regression is suitable, and the results are shown in Table 5. In this regression, only international shipments is not significant, and the remaining 4 indicators, the coefficients are from large to small are infrastructures, customs, logistics, quality and competence, and timeliness. For Category A, the countries need to pay more attention to infrastructure. The Table 6 shows the analysis of factors affecting China's export of agricultural products from countries with the tracking and tracing of Category B. After testing, in the regression of the Category B, using the fixed effect regression is suitable. We can find only international shipments index is significant. It means for Category B, the countries need to pay more attention to international shipments. The final part is the conclusion and suggestions. We have 4 conclusions. The first one is logistics performance has a positive effect on agricultural trade. The second one is tracking and tracing is the most significant index in the 6 sub-indices. The third one is for countries which have strong ability of tracking and tracing. They can give priority to improving infrastructure on the basis of improving tracking and tracing. The final one is for countries which have weak ability of tracking and tracing. They can give priority to improving international shipments on the basis of improving tracking and tracing. Correspondingly, there are also 4 countermeasures To improve the overall logistics performance, we should continue to improve its 6 sub-indices. For weak tracking and tracing, the government can actively create a logistics information sharing platform to solve this problem, establish a coordination mechanism for logistics information collection and big data processing to reduce repeated data collection, reduce data transmission and processing costs, and improve the accuracy and timeliness of information on the logistics information platform. For countries with strong tracking and tracing, the local government can seek help from the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank and cooperate with other countries to improve the local logistics infrastructure. For countries with weak tracking and tracing, they can sign international transportation agreements with other countries and encourage the establishment of international transportation companies and give guidance to a certain extent on the direction of development. Thank you for listening.